Hey, paisanos, it's the Super Wario Super Show.
What did you say? Paisan.
Paisanos.
Okay. So I heard it right.
Yes. But welcome to Wario Land 4. I realize I don't do this enough, so I'm the Smug Sneasel.
And I'm Smear Joe. Even though I call myself smart things sometimes.
Because you need to boost your ego.
No, because I think it's a better name and separates me from Pokemon.
Here we go. But yes.
Not because I don't like Pokemon anymore.
Because you don't like, not because, but you do.
Yeah, I do, but specifically because okay, that's a good thing. Yeah, but because
I mean, we see too many dead pets on the road.
that's true. It's nicer when your persona is separated from a licensed property.
I don't like that you called it a persona. I don't like you did that at all.
Okay.
But yes, Wario has
Wario's
learned that
car
there
is
is an
very
ancient treasure discovered. And so he's just like, cool, I'm going there right now.
good. Yeah, in his pre-business tycoon days.
Pre or post, I don't really know. Because according to WarioWare Gold, he still goes adventuring, just not as much.
Yeah, which lines up with how Nintendo treats Wario Land.
By the way, something I would say, the
Like
hard...
everyone was heartbroken when his default costume became a WarioWare costume in Smash Bros. And it was like, oh no.
I mean, that was his default from Brawl. So when he came in.
Oh.
So, but...
No, they removed a Wario Land move, I think.
Oh. Well. But, yes. So, something of note is that I selected hard mode. Hard mode actually changes up, just not, it doesn't like give the enemies more health or anything or whatever. It changes up some of the layouts of the rooms and the treasures. So you have to sometimes really think with how you get them. And your time limit is lower too. So it was an experience because I never played hard mode for this before.
Also, that cat is gonna somehow pass you every time. Or is that the last time you see it?
No, not last time we see it. The cat's semi-important.
Nintendo and their platform genius.
Well, yeah. But see, Wario gets red pipes.
Yeah, because he's so red.
What are you even... No,
that
no.
was me being okay, I guess it's difficult for me to show sarcasm because my tone never changes.
Exactly. And we just... Look, I know that we have to shift, but we just came off of recording multiplayer where you had more than 2 inflections in your voice. And now we have to go back to this.
Here's the thing. This doesn't make me furious. Like, absolutely angry. Like, the entire world hates me, and with good reason. That's how I felt. Well, no, for no good reason at all, actually. But okay, I'm not gonna start ranting about that game again. So yeah.
Either way, something I do like about Wario...
The Game & Watch examples in the background.
Yeah, there are Game & Watch references. But something I do like about Wario is that he works for... In the end, he's greedy, but he works for what he gets.
Yeah, he's like any old capitalist.
Okay?
Yeah, they're well, actually, no, he's not. Well, whatever.
Alright, we're gonna bring this into a certain discussion you want to have?
No, you know what joke I was trying to make. Whatever, let's continue.
Yeah, we all do. But, yeah, so because of
Why did you skip up there?
treasure, the path less traveled is always the path you go to first.
I thought this was the regular path.
No, the path most obvious is the path most traveled.
Oh, the arrow's up there.
Yep. So, of course, basic tutorial and everything. But if I were to say something about this game, maybe, well, I can say about the hard mode. It is so frustrating to go and manage to just like miss one of the boxes. See those 4 boxes we collect? That's how we progress.
Oh, so if you miss a box early on, you have to go all the way back?
Well, no, that's just it. After this, you see, we get a key. That allows us to unlock the next room, the next stage. But if we don't have all four boxes from all four stages in a section, then we can't get to the boss. These are mandatory collectibles.
Yes,
So,
that's what I mean. If you miss it, you have to go all the way back.
well, sometimes, but sometimes I think you'll see it here. Let me see. Uh, no, it's not a. But eventually, yeah, actually, yeah, it's right. I think it's right around here. Yes, the frog statue. Once you step on it, you have a certain amount of time to get out.
Oh, so if you don't have everything, you're just dead then.
Well, that's just it. Did you see how those blocks disappeared? There are certain places that's become accessible and become inaccessible when you step on the frog.
Oh, so the frog is just basically you better have everything.
You better have everything available to you at that point, because some of that stuff is can only be found in paths after you press the frog.
So I'm assuming the frog isn't always just 15 seconds.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That was only because the portal back was right there. This is the tutorial thing where
This is
there's
a
only
lot
one.
of. This could have been continued,
Yes, and that's the problem.
even though I hear no one likes the first one or
The
something.
first one is way too. I have no idea how they fit so much on the Game Boy, but it is so much time wasting, bare bones platforming.
Oh, they also include some WarioWare stuff.
Well, this is just standard mini games. Um, so it doesn't operate like WarioWare, but yeah, these are. I think these are in WarioWare. I'm
This is
not sure.
probably where they got the idea from. Did Wario Land come before WarioWare?
Yeah, but
Okay.
well, in terms of Wario Land 4, I'm not sure. But yes, so the first boss, like I don't even know what. Well, you're gonna see him obviously, but I really don't know what to say except the
You're
sprite work in
welcome
this game is great. But if we had mini game tokens, we could buy stuff.
to fight the boss.
Yeah, to take off some health preliminary.
Well, I mean, a smile is free.
Yeah, it is.
He's always smiling.
I wouldn't call that a smile, more like it's just a show of teeth. But yeah, he works out before the boss. Behold, spoiled rotten.
Oh. So, what's this boss have to do with the temple?
He's um I don't know. I think maybe there's like a thing there, but then we have this. You
That's.
can't hit him from the front anymore because he has teeth. So yeah, and hard
Oh, the
mode
bosses
lowers the
are
time.
timed?
Yeah, the bosses are timed. Hard mode gives you less time, so that's why I'm cutting it close. And the thing to the point where super hard mode, which basically just does the same as hard mode, but almost the same as hard mode, but shifts things around just slightly more and cuts to your time even less. It's like you are given so little time to defeat that guy. You have to do it perfectly. But the thing is with bosses is that if you take too long, then then the main treasures that you've collected will disappear. There are 12 treasures to collect from each pyramid's point. See, look at these. Yeah, the passages. There are 12 treasures to collect. However, if you fail to beat the boss in the amount of time, you lose some of that treasure, and your ending depends on how many treasure chests you have.
So, could you just redo the level?
No, you if you lose it during the boss, then you have to get that ending. But after you get that ending, you can go back through the bosses and try again. But if you lose it again, then you're never gonna get that ending again.
Okay, so it's basically one chance a playthrough.
Yes, I mean technically, because that's what I mean. Because you could,
This
if
is
you
a
beat,
cool mechanic. You're getting the key to the door. And now that I said it, I'm like, oh, it's actually a normal mechanic. Did it
yeah,
just block your path or
yeah.
something?
I block my path a bit, but of course I can reset things. Either way, the puzzle design in this, I before I was saying this, it was good. Now I'm saying it's really good in hard mode. You just it. Oh, this is a puzzle platformer more than an action platformer. It really is.
So what you're saying is Wario is smarter than Mario?
Well, Mario did play Mario versus Donkey Kong,
Oh
so
yeah. And that's just the normal canon?
well, I almost consider that as a different canon to the point. Cause well, the thing is, Pauline is now in the main thing now,
Yeah.
canonically.
So wait,
So
Pauline was in Mario vs. Donkey Kong?
yeah,
Oh,
you saved Pauline.
that's I guess she was already back then.
Yeah, so that's how she got her look. She didn't just get her look again in Odyssey. Get a different design just starting from Odyssey. She was in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series. She's like a business tycoon there.
Oh,
That's
so she's been stepped. So what is she in the original? Just a lady?
yeah,
So she's really stepping up.
yeah. She runs. She basically co-runs the like the Mario merchant the Mario merchandise stuff.
I thought you were gonna say she's the president of mayor.
Well, no, she eventually becomes mayor of the city in Odyssey, but for right now she just co-runs like a huge business.
Actually, that sounds terrible. The mayor of the city is a businesswoman. That's not good.
Well, what you gotta start from somewhere. You have credentials.
No, well, I guess politicians aren't any better, but you're like that sounds like a recipe for disaster to make a business person also the mayor of the town.
I mean, she was a good business person. She didn't do any scummy things last time I
I
checked.
guess that's
The only
true.
the only thing is that
I guess it's a
her
bit
supply.
arbitrary.
The only thing is that she almost did the amiibo problem, where in the first, either the first or second game, she ran out of supply stuff like kind of quickly. And Donkey Kong wanted some, but he had to go all the way from his house to the city to get it, and then by the time he went there,
So what is
he got
Donkey Kong
a
in that series?
huh?
What is Donkey Kong in that series?
The antagonist. He's just an impatient kind of jerk.
Hmm.
Basically he
I
can't.
thought that would kill you.
No, Wario can't be killed. Remember, he hasn't died because he hasn't died because he doesn't feel like it.
It's great. So you actually can't die in this game?
No, when you die, you just get when you lose your hearts, the stage dimensionally warps you out, so you don't die, and you basically you use your ability to not die to like undergo certain transformations. Like for example, when you're like set on fire, you just take it and then become a flame. Just become a guy who's on fire. When you get bitten by a vampire bite, you just become a vampire and you deal with it and use it to platform. He uses anything to help him.
Interesting. That looks hard.
I think it's because of what I
You
did with
broke,
platform,
yeah.
but purely from that reasoning, I'm thinking that maybe this isn't as important.
Because it would have come back.
Yeah, it would have come back otherwise, is what I'm thinking. But in order to break that, I either need a good charge or I need to
Yeah,
fall
why didn't you
back.
just break all four and then exactly?
Yep, that's sometimes the solution to the sometimes solution to the problem is usually the easiest one. But you think that, but hard mode turns that up on its head because at certain point, I think there's one puzzle you'll see later where there's an enemy that turns you into Fat Wario. Yes, there is a Fat Wario.
Fatter Wario.
Exactly. But yeah, this is Flaming Wario, where you run in a very specific you basically run left and right until you hit wall. You run in one direction until you hit a wall, and then you go in the other direction. But there are blocks that can only be destroyed by being on fire. So you have to time yourself and choose exactly which direction is the correct one to be on fire at that point. You'll see me try and do this in execution. I'm not controlling this at all. It's automatic. I just have to jump when jump when the time is correct. Fortunately, I now have to realize how to get something from the side path up here. And in order to get that, I need to be on fire and get up here.
Looks easy enough. You know what this looks like?
What?
A better looking stage from Postman.
Oh. Well, you're more saying that out of the color choices.
Yep.
But yeah.
And like the verticality, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but in Postman's case, that's because you could
20
vault her.
minutes later.
How do you. Oh.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of curious to see how you'd get up there.
You have to jump at that part.
Oh.
So that you bounce off the wall. But that
Oh,
was...
now we're hearing the music.
Yeah, I kind of... Once I heard it 20 minutes later, like, oh yeah, sound. For some reason, that just randomly disappears.
That's incredible.
But I really love Wario Land's soundtrack.
Yeah, it's almost as good as what game am I going to make a joke with. You know, I need to re-listen to Super Mario Land.
What?
Super Mario Land's overall theme is fantastic.
Oh, well, you need to listen to Wario Land, because Wario Land has such good themes, man. Especially the ones in the... Because this is the second hardest path. The paths aren't of equal difficulty. I chose the second hardest path because I think I thought that the end of this one was what I considered the most
Oh,
tedious.
I see what you did wrong.
Yeah. Then I considered the end of this one to be like the most...
way too long to find out. Okay.
To be the most tedious one.
You did it wrong again.
I'm testing how high I could jump.
Uh-oh.
Well, now I know I did it wrong. Of course, knowing that this is a puzzle game, you're going to, I'm getting myself ready for the constant criticism.
How do those... Oh, that's the frog stuff.
Yes.
I see.
But what was I saying before we went to that?
Wario Land soundtrack?
Oh, yeah, it is a really great thing, but this is the second to hardest one. The second to hardest path. But the easiest path, I think, has like some of the best. But there's something you'll hear later called the hurry up theme. Basically, it's the theme when you press the frog and only have a limited time to go back. It is super frantic. It's about to come up in just a bit. Of course, the screen starts shaking and some things start warping, but nothing in the level design other than accessible stuff changes. It's not like randomly you'll trip or whatever thanks to earthquakes. Unfortunately, I'd have to say out of all of the paths, this one kind of overstays its welcome? No. Let's just say that outside of the path, I find this path to be the most boring, so I get it over with. But you see, if I just went down normally, then I would have missed that and then had to go all the way back after I was done with the level, because the frog wouldn't have allowed me to go back.
This is interesting. This whole thing where once a level ends, you have some long... This is like a delayed level end or something.
Now, this is technically a shorter second part of the level.
Yeah, I guess you could call it.
So some parts of this actually involve you going through the same place that you did. And see, I have to get on that to throw that up. Some part involves you going through the same place you did, but some level designs change. For example, there's one Wayfire. That's a CD. There's one that's way far up in like the hardest one where you go through a volcano, and it's almost a pretty straightforward path all the way, except for the fact that once you hit the frog statue, um,
Lava starts rising.
no, you freeze the volcano.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, and you have to go through the same paths except they're now ice blocks, and the golem enemies, the weird fire ape enemies have turned into yetis and now can freeze you, and it's really interesting. They do a lot with this concept. I still put it together that this is a phenomenal game.
You got the Sonic CD? That wasn't a joke.
How is it not a joke? It's a pathetic attempt at, well, I guess.
No, I've been saying things are non-jokes because I've been reading a lot of Nancy comics,
Hmm.
and
You
I've
realize that
I've
your jokes pale in comparison,
well,
obviously.
not that I've learned what a non-joke is, and I've read certain versions of that comic strip where there is no joke. It's just I like that country song, and then the comic ends. They're like, okay, it's good to know. I also like that song.